Overseas, volunteers are trickling into Derna, the city worst hit by Libya's devastating floods. As residents search desperately for buried relatives, the death toll climbed above 11,000, with at least 10,000 more still unaccounted for.
1 week after a devastating hurricane struck Libya, the dreadful reality is sinking in. Groups of volunteers from across the North African state have trickled into the eastern port city Derna, which suffered the most after 2 dams burst, magnifying the deluge. Authorities are restricting access to the flooded city to make it easier for those already there to search for the more than 10,000 people still missing. There was nothing Derna residents could have done, as a wall of water descended onto the city and killed thousands within seconds. Survivors said house after house, across neighborhoods, had entire families dead. This Derna survivor dug the ground to try and reach his buried relatives, saying there's been no government help for 5 days. This grieving local said he does not know how to carry on without being able to bury his family. The nightmare has been compounded by fears of waterborne diseases and the shifting of explosive ordnance during the floods. Public prosecutor Al-Sadiq Al-Sur vowed to prosecute those responsible for the Derna Dam disaster. After much suffering, people want answers and accountability, which, in a country that was already suffering civil strife before the ravaging deluges, will be that much more tedious. Residents did their best to give a semblance of a burial ritual for those they could. Abdullah, who helped bury the dead, said nothing can be said to convey the deep sorrow, but added that humans belong to God and will return to Him.